Hello everyone, our presentation is dedicated to the military art of nomadic civilizations, a subject that has fascinated scholars for decades. Nomadic peoples such as the Scythians, Huns, and Mongols had no permanent cities or castles, yet they built powerful military forces that defeated even the most developed sedentary empires. To explore this topic, we used several important sources. For example, Thomas Barfield's The Perilous Frontier examines the complex relations between nomads and Chinese dynasties, and also Anatoly Kazanov's Nomads and the Outside World book gives a deep insight into the structure of nomadic societies and their military logic. Our main research question is the following. How did the military strategies of the nomads evolve from ancient to medieval times, and why were they so effective? We believe the answer lies in their superior mobility, conventional tactics, and the cultural value they placed on warfare as a way of life.
To understand the evolution of nomadic military art, let's compare two key examples, the Scythians and the Mongols. The Scythians, 7th and 3rd century before the Common Era, were among the first large-scale steppe horse warriors. As Herodotus noted, they avoided direct battles, preferring ambushes, rapid raids, and sudden withdrawals to exhaust and confuse the enemy. Their warfare was tribal and decentralized. By contrast, the Mongols of 13th century under Genghis Khan built the largest land empire in history, using highly disciplined cavalry, a decimal command system, and advanced communication. But what truly set them apart was their use of psychological warfare and deception. Before attacking, they offered cities a chance to surrender. If refused, they would destroy the city and let survivors escape to spread fear. This tactic intimidated other Tovins into surrendering without a fight. On the battlefield, they used feigned retreats, flanking attacks, and visual tricks, like lighting multiple campfires, dragging branches to create dust, and putting civilians on spare horses to fake larger numbers. This shift from tribal raids to organized. On the battlefield, they used feigned retreats, flanking attacks, and visual tricks, like lighting multiple campfires, dragging branches to create dust, and putting civilians on spare horses to fake larger numbers. This shift from tribal raids to organized psychological campaigns shows the evolution of nomadic warfare, but with one core idea unchanged: mobility and mind games win over walls.
Let's now focus on what the original sources tell us about this military tradition. The ancient historian Herodotus and his historians describe the Scythians as elusive and dangerous. They never built cities or fought pitched battles. Instead, they lived on horseback, using the right weather to their advantage. Their strategy was based on mobility, surprise, and psychological pressure. In the medieval period, the secret history of the Mongols, written shortly after Genghis Khan died, give us a detailed account of the Mongol military system. It shows how Genghis rewarded loyalty, punished betrayal, and taught discipline through strict rules. One interesting tactic made in the feigned retreat, pretending to flee to lure the enemy into an ambush. These sources are more than just history, they reveal and mindset. For nomads, warfare wasn't just about strength, but about cleverness, adaptability, and using the environment as a weapon.
Let me move to some data and visual to better understand the military offensive or nomadic forces. First, mobility. A typical Mongol cavalry unit could travel over 100 kilometers a day thanks to their horse rotation system. Each warrior had 3 horses. In comparison, most medieval European armies managed only 20 kilometers. Second, weaponry. Both Sasanian and Mongol used the composite bow, which had a range of up to 300 meters and was highly effective even from horseback. Thus, both very small but incredibly powerful. Armor was light, made of lace and scale, which allowed fast movement and long comparison without heavy badges. Finally, nomads were master of terrain, whether the open steppe of Martian passages. They used geography as part of their strategy. All of this shows their power, some not from numbers but from logistic, flexible and relation speeds.
To connect your with real-life evidence, let's turn to National Museum in Astana. Here we find remarkable artifacts that showcase the military culture of ancient and medieval nomads. One statued piece is golden ware armor, a symbol of sacred elite warriors, combining intricate gold decoration with practical combat design. The museum also houses lamellar armor, bronze and iron arrowheads, and horse harnesses from various periods, reflecting the nomad's expertise and mobility in mounted warfare. Particularly striking are the military items from the Turkic Khaganate period, including sabers, ornate belt bucklers, and battle standards, which reveal structured and symbolic approach to warfare. This highlights how nomadic military art was not only about survival, but also strategy, identity, and statehood. The tactics and values displayed in these artifacts, speed, adaptability, and precision, continue to influence modern military today.
Before we conclude, let us share how we distributed responsibilities and how we worked together as a team. Ayan organized research questions and sourced academic references. Denis and Jangir worked on historical analysis and selected primary sources. Nurbulat designed the data visuals and battle maps. Nurwan researched museum arches and linked objects to tactics. I, Madhyar, handled the video editing, design, and coordinated our script writing. We aimed to keep this video not only informative but also creative, using historical music, animations, and modern visuals. In conclusion, the military power of nomads was not based on brute force or castles, but also on the speed, mobility, discipline, precision archery on horseback, deceptive tactics, intelligence, and knowledge of steppe terrain. They mastered warfare through adaptability and left a legacy that influenced global military history. Thank you for watching.